Hello, it's Kyle.
And Kelly.
With Places Yet to See Travel. We're back again. We're going to talk a little more about cruising.
Yes.
Now, bear with us on this video. This one is a little more...
It's not quite as fun.
It's not a... But this is a video we want to cover some very important things. What we're going to talk about is Embarkation Day.
Embarkation Day. What is Embarkation Day?
Embarkation Day is the day you get on the cruise.
Are you kidding?
No. Yeah, it's a big word that means get on the boat, get on the ship.
All right.
Just like traveling on a plane, you've got a terminal you've got to get to.
Yes.
And
it's not quite the same as the airplane terminal.
It's not quite the same, but a lot of the similar things there. But Embarkation Day, first thing you want to do is, I advise caution, especially if you are going to travel a great distance and have multiple layovers on an airline.
That's fair.
To consider traveling the day before. Because the ship leaves at a set time.
Yes.
And when it leaves, it's leaving. So, you want to give yourself plenty of time to get from the airline to the ship. Now, if you're doing a direct flight, say from Dallas to Houston to get to Galveston, or somewhere into where New York City, there's a lot of cruises go to New York City or San Diego. If you can do a direct one-stop flight, not as big of a gamble, but if you're going from somewhere that has to have a layover, I don't know, in
Dallas,
that could be a fiasco, and you miss your cruise, sorry, you missed. So I always recommend, if you got a flight that's going to have several layovers, travel the day before, get a hotel, just so you don't miss it. If you're driving in, making sure you book parking ahead of time. There's usually spots, but sometimes they fill up fast. If you're like when we travel out of Venice, the train station, you could travel to via train, and then walk to the cruise terminal. Happened to be in Venice. It was really close. We walked.
We walked from our hotel. And it wasn't that bad.
And it was right next to the train station, so not a big deal. But plan for that. Taxi fees and transportation. If you're going to stay at a hotel, a taxi, you might even try to schedule that ahead of time.
Your hotel, if you're staying overnight, your hotel might have shuttle availability. Just check with the hotel ahead of time, or have your friendly travel advisor.
Yep. Have your travel.
Check with you ahead of time.
And then also, it gives you a chance to make sure you have all your luggage with you. So we get to the cruise terminal. We've gotten there now. You've got all your luggage and all your things that you can pack with you. That's a video all in itself, is packing. Before you get there, after you get off the airplane, if you take a plane, or after the train, they will have luggage tags. A little small stapler is very handy, or some tape.
That's what you got us, that little video stapler.
That's exactly.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
To attach your luggage tags to your luggage to give to the porter. Now, you're going to give your luggage to the porter.
What's a porter?
Porter is they're going to handle your luggage. They're dock workers that'll take care of your luggage for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you now realize you need to have everything, all the documents we're going to kind of cover here in just a second, with you, not in your luggage.
So would it be a good idea to have a carry-on?
Very good. Yes, a carry-on.
So
we will cover that in just a second. So have your carry-on separate, but all your big bags that have all your main clothes for the voyage, when you give those to the porter, now understand, if you left anything that you need to get on the ship in those bags, and you send them with the porter, they're on vacation and you're not. So your luggage goes to get on. Now, let's talk about that carry-on and those travel documents that we need.
All right.
Real quick, be patient with the porters. There's 4,000 people getting on, or more or less, depending on the size of the ship. There's a lot of people getting on. Sometimes they're going to be pretty busy. They will get to you. Tip them about $1 a bag. Usually is a good tip, and they're going to get you taken care of.
Have your carry-on.
All right, so have your carry-on. What is good things to have in your carry-on? First and foremost, you want all of your documents. So just like an airline, you need your boarding pass for each passenger. You need your passport. Let's see here. Checking my notes, making sure.
Negative COVID test.
As of the time of this video, you need your proof of vaccination for 12 and older guests and proof of negative COVID test. Those are all things. That's what you have to get on the ship. So, once again, to get on the ship, boarding pass, passport, proof of vaccination, and negative COVID test. Those 4 things you have to get on the ship. So you need those with you. If anything else gets missed, you'll be okay. May not be ideal, but other things to include in your carry-on. Most cruise lines allow, at least Royal Caribbean we've been on allows 2 bottles of wine per 7-day trip. Sorry about that. Per 7-day trip, you can take 2 bottles of wine. Those need to be in your carry-on. They are going to flag you as you go through security. You're going to have to go over. It's not, but they are going to say, and they are going to ask you, can you show me the wine? You pull it out. Hey, look, it's a bottle of wine. They're going to say, okay, and they're going to send you on. Not a big deal. It is an extra step, but it took, last cruise took just like 2 minutes to take care of, and it was done.
As long as you don't bring your own onboard bar, I think you'll be fine.
Well, it's 2 bottles of wine, not hard liquor. And if you try to sneak it in your large luggage, they will catch it through security, and they will flag you, and they'll either confiscate it or they're going to give you a stern talking to, depending on the cruise line, whatever. But it is on the prohibited list, which there is a list of things. Also, a good idea, especially with kids, is swimsuits. Why would they need swimsuits?
One of the first things that they need on the trip would be your swimsuits, because the first thing they're going to see when you get on that ship, there is a pool. And guess what? It's open. It's open, and the kids go, oh, we get to go swimming! Mom, we get to go swimming! Dad, we get to go swimming!
Yes. Or they'll see the water slides.
Yes.
And the wave rider we got on once again, Liberty of the Seas. That was our most recent trip.
Yeah.
They had the surf simulator. My boys saw that, and immediately that's what they wanted to do.
Right there.
Honestly, not a bad thing to do it as soon as you get on the ship, or as soon as they open, because the lines aren't long, because everybody's still getting on, so the kids can get that experience right away.
And don't have to sit around and wait around for everybody else to get their stuff on.
It's also a good idea to carry your toiletries and medications, especially the medications you have to have. If you have cholesterol, heart medicine, some diabetics need insulin, things like that. Have that with you in your carry-on, just in case for some reason your luggage takes longer than expected to get to your stateroom. Because what's going to happen, that porter's going to give it to the ship, they're going to put it on the ship, and they're going to deliver it in the hallway right outside your stateroom. And it will take some time for this to happen. It's not going to be there the minute your stateroom is available, which your stateroom may not be available.
Immediately upon getting on the ship.
1:30 is what our experience with Royal Caribbean has been. Typically it's 1:30, but sometimes you may not see your luggage till 2 or 3. So an extra change of clothes, your medications, swimsuit, so you can go out and start enjoying your vacation as soon as you get on.
Yes. Most activities on the ship don't open until 1 o'clock. So if there are any activities you'd like to do, the pools are open, but sometimes they won't have, like, they did have the wave rider open the last time we went, the simulated surfing. They call it the flow rider on the ship we were on Liberty. But most of them won't open until 1 o'clock. So just be ready for that. But the pools are open. The pools open.
Dining.
Dining's open.
Dining.
About 11.
I think it's 11, but usually that's about the time they start taking first passengers on board the ship. So your dining's going to be available. Plus, it just gives you a little time before things start to kind of walk around and explore the ship.
Yes.
I mean,
there's a whole lot of ship to explore.
It's huge. They're great. They're huge. The bars, or a lot of the bars are going to be open. The buffet dining, depending on the ship, which dinings are available, will be there. Let's see, what to do once you're on board.
I'd like to recommend this. If you have kids and you know your ship has a kids program, sign them up on Embarkation Day. Get in line, get it done. And please make sure you abide by the hours that they have posted. They will have the hours posted for this kids club. Please make sure you abide by the hours. If you're generous to them with their time, they'll be generous to you if you have an emergency coming up. So just be kind. Just be kind.
And yes, remember when you're on the ship and these crews that do so much for you, these guys are working hard to give you a great vacation. Remember, treat them with respect when things come up that aren't planned. itineraries change, but they are subject to, once again, I said this in another video.
We had a hurricane.
Well, it wasn't a hurricane. It was just really rough
Real
seas
seas.
because of high winds is really what it was.
Okay.
But when they make changes, don't get mad at the crew. The captain has made that decision, and usually those decisions are made for your safety.
Yes.
But treat these crews with respect, because just like you, when you're working, if you've ever worked food service, retail, any of these where you deal with the public, you know how much fun it's not when someone's being rude to you. Don't be rude to them. And your wait staff, let them know of any special dietary restrictions or anything right away, and they will do everything they can to accommodate you.
Or even something that you like. That, well, I mean, and that's a story for another time. But we did have a waiter who was very kind to my oldest son and I, and I'll tell that story another time on just one of our story times.
But yeah, see, cruising makes lots of stories. Of course, getting out and going and seeing these places that you want to see and making memories is one of the greatest. I think it's a better gift than buying. How many times have you bought something for your kids and all they did is basically play with the box, or they played with it for a week and then it wound up in the toy box or in the back of the stack of games, never getting played with? Cruise or vacation, you make memories and stories to tell. Such a great investment. We talked about signing up for the teen, also teen programs. Sorry, like I said, there's a lot to do. Lot to do on a cruise, lot to keep up with. But Embarkation Day, the day you get on the ship, and they're going to do everything they can to make it as efficient as possible. Not always perfect, but keep that in mind. Not always perfect, but they're going to get you off and get you on your way home so you can start planning your next trip. So, if this video was helpful, let us know. If it was helpful, at least give us the thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button. Blah, blah, blah. Smash the subscribe button so we can
be notified when we put up a new video.
And if you have something, hey, can you talk about this, about cruising? Put it in the comments. We'll check those and we'll see if we can make a video. And if we don't know, we may see if someone else does and help. Because man, there's lots of people out there that can answer different questions because we haven't seen them all.
Well, and we're here to help.
Yeah, we want
Our friendly travel advisor is here to help you.
Yes,
we want to answer your questions and make sure that you have the best vacation that we can provide.
And you want to make memories.
Yes.
Go and see places. Put a pin in the map. Let me know. Reach out. placesyettoseetravel.com. Reach out to me, and I will see what I can do to help you make a great trip. Bye, guys. We'll see y'all later.